Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, July 27th, 2018. This is a truly emergency live transmission via Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and then we'll also stream it out at InfoWars.com/show. This may be one of the last live feeds you ever see on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. The corporate chiefs at CNN met with Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter executives in the last month. They bragged about it, a plan to lie about what we've said and done, to then misrepresent information to the general public, violating their public trust, and then via tortious interference to have InfoWars deplatformed. News Corp is actually, at certain levels, the new Disney version that was just approved, not Fox News, involved in this 4 months ago. In the Wall Street Journal, there was a detailed article with the new head of the Disney-Fox merger, and they were in there saying that once we deplatform WikiLeaks and Alex Jones, we will deplatform everyone, including liberals, conservatives, you name it. Now, just as night follows day, they have now come out, and I have the articles right here, mainstream news saying now it's time to deplatform Fox News, Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, and then they go on to say Stefan Molyneux, Steven Crowder, and others. Overhead shot, please. So this is Deadline Hollywood. This is iVerse. It's all there. So their next targets are people that are really philosophical and also quite funny, like Stefan Molyneux and Crowder. They are big threats because they're very smooth, they're very funny, and they were obviously exploding with bigger audiences than CNN, MSNBC combined from their home studios. And so they've been already pretty much deplatformed and shadow banned, but they want to lower the boom to completely deplatform them with an internet ID system that China developed that is now being implemented here, a global social score. So this is part of an admitted plan. So it's not about Alex Jones. It's about the midterms and beyond. They're getting ready to launch civil unrest nationwide. They've already been intensifying it, but it's going to get worse. They're getting ready to move to try to impeach the president. They're calling for killing Republicans and kidnapping and raping the son of the president. This is their big move, ladies and gentlemen. So make no mistake, and it's total tortious interference. My lawyers tell me we would win a lawsuit against Time Warner. It would just take about 2-3 years, and they would just keep moving on. Their corporate heads don't care. This is war. So suing them is not effective, even though we would win, because I don't care about the monetary issues here. I care about the free speech issues. Now, we're still going to have to do that. And we've got cases that are just unbelievable. We've got them in their arrogance while I've sat here and took it for 2 years with Google, Facebook, Twitter, Time Warner, saying we're not going to let him publish his book. We're not going to let him stream on the internet. We're going to deplatform him, and then misrepresenting what I've said and done. Now, I'm going to get to Tucker Carlson here in just a moment, but this is what's currently going on right now. They are misrepresenting what I've said and done. Document cam shot, please. This is Yahoo News, ABC News. Zoom in, please. Yahoo News, ABC News, right here. Now, I'm showing you what's Yahoo News. This is the man in another state. It was on local ABC News and CBS News. It was a big national story last month, as you remember, of the 11-year-old's been going around pushing and hitting other adults. He starts doing it to this guy, hits him 3 times in the face. The adult pushes him to the ground. Forbes reported that I am the man that pushed the child to the ground in another state. I am not. They since retracted. Doesn't matter. They took the video off YouTube and then said it was child endangerment so they could have the headline all over the news. Did you hear Alex Jones endangered a child? It is all over local news and talk radio that I beat up a child, and so I'm being banned from YouTube. Total hoax, total fraud, total evil. We then showed President Trump's snake speech about the snake poem, and then showed mainstream news clips of giant Islamic waves coming into Europe, and then gays being thrown off buildings, which is not graphic. I mean, you see the men being thrown off the top of a building about 200 yards away, and they fall to their deaths. That's been on the news. We just show a big compilation of it. They said that was Islamophobic. In Europe, it's been banned. Facebook reports you to the government. You get arrested if you even say that someone's committed a crime who's Islamic, even if they have been arrested and indicted. So this is global rules basically coming here. First, they demonize me. Then they lie about me. They say that I said nobody died at Parkland. They exaggerate what we said out of context about Sandy Hook. And they're in the news today. I've got a whole stack of news saying I'm still saying, which is out of context, that nobody died at Sandy Hook, which I'm not saying. And they're saying that's why I've been taken down. So it's frauds within frauds, layers of fraud. Also, I showed local newscasts showing a drag queen festival. And I don't hate drag queens or anybody else. I do hate people that sexualize children. It showed children as young as 2 we can't show it now, we'll be banned again, $10 bills in G-strings of men wearing purple wigs, shaking their butts in toddlers' faces. It's very sexual, really freaks me out. If I went to a topless bar and there were 2-year-olds putting money in, women's G-strings, it would be just as bad. It is incredible. But here's the big news. You go to InfoWars.com. I'm going to retweet it at Real Alex Jones as soon as I get off here. If you go there, we have an article by Paul Joseph Watson yesterday dealing with how CNN is lying about why we've had our videos banned and why we've had our channel frozen. And in there, we have the 4 videos, so you can see those videos for yourself uploaded on our servers. If I show them here, it's all objective. They will say community guidelines and completely ban us. There it is. CNN lies about banned InfoWars videos and new censorship attempts. See the banned videos for yourself. You can scroll down and see those. So here's more proof of the fraud. I just showed you Yahoo and ABC News. I did not show you the video. And the full 8-minute video is of the kid attacking other people as well, not just the one man. Okay? So that's what they took down. Now, let's go to the next one. CNN claims InfoWars called Parkland victims crisis actors. Facebook determined that it is a lie. And then Facebook put out a message, but CNN did not respond to their message, but Facebook published it on their Twitter feed. They said, we looked at the edited video you put out. That's not what Alex Jones said. He did not say they were crisis actors. He did not say no one died. He simply said that they were picked out of the 3,000 students because they were anti-gun and in the drama club and well-spoken. That's what they say. This is what to CNN. We reviewed the post you shared with us, and no survivors were alleged to be lying, acting, or pretending to be a victim of the tragic event, nor were they accused of being paid to mislead people. Now, CNN put this on their website, but not on their TV show, about their role in the tragedy. So CNN admittedly caught in lies. They don't care, though. You see, they have already leapt ahead with the perfect headline, Jones removed, banned from YouTube for child endangerment. And then they even had Democrat Party connected individuals go to the courthouse yesterday and try to file TROs saying that I have been convicted of child endangerment, as if troll bots, Southern Poverty Law Center, going and filing fake complaints with YouTube and Facebook saying I endangered a child when I showed ABC News. ABC News, Yahoo News. But you've got to go see the videos for yourself on InfoWars.com. See it. It will blow you away. Did not say they were crisis actors. Did not say no one died. But again, they're going through every video going, well, he really hasn't done anything. Well, let's just subjectively say this kid punching this guy 3 times in the face so he pushes him to the ground. Let's say that's child endangerment, even though it was all over the national news. The View played it. CNN played it. They're all allowed to. Now, do we as conservatives go subjectively say we think this is abuse? I think that's kind of how this has to be done. But see, YouTube and Google and Facebook won't respond. CNN's allowed to show it and say, is this good, is this bad, and have a national debate about it. I am not allowed to. You see the discriminatory system? They've got us all obsessed over race or religion or sexual preference while they're taking all of our basic rights. So that's the information right there. I just showed you facts. I'm going to get to Tucker Carlson here in just a moment. They're now misrepresenting what Tucker Carlson said in Newsweek and on CNN. They're saying Tucker Carlson defends Alex Jones videos being taken down where Jones says nobody died at Parkland. They repeat the fraud. Article's right here. Nothing about showing Islamic invasion, nothing about showing sexualization of children that they thought was fine to put on local news, saying, oh, look at the drag festival. Look at the little kids. It's so nice. They put money in the man's G-string. I say that's sick. They can show it to you because they're saying it's good. I say I think it's bad. I hate transsexuals. Well, those aren't even transsexuals. Those are big old fat dudes. And I'm allowed to say, well, those are a bunch of fat dudes in wigs shaking their asses in front of little kids. But because it's so effective, they remove it and say that I bullied transsexuals. No, I saw kids being abused, in my opinion. Now, that's what Camille Paglia agrees as well. Oh, I guess she'll be banned as well. So that's what's going on here. YouTube deletes video from Alex Jones' InfoWars channel for peddling conspiracy theories. So the idea is out of ABC News of Australia, see, they're saying, oh, you don't question things. And if we say questioning is a conspiracy theory, you're banned. Worldwide, this is being used to bring in total control. I have been chosen as the first domino. And Tucker Carlson has warned about this. So has Sean Hannity. They've been bullied, you name it, behind the scenes, you know, by the attempt at the news division at News Corp to get them to stop what they're doing. But the ratings went down 50% when they did that last year. So they've backed off Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity and others for now. But they are next up in the target. I just showed you. Now, why is CNN frothing wanting to do this? A, they're trying to cause civil unrest. They want a civil war, in their own words. They want a civil emergency. CNN has said that. They want Trump removed. They say he's guilty of treason. Then they bitch and complain when their own reporter doesn't get let into the press office. They always rotate through. They don't let us in most of the time. Who even wants to be there? They act like, oh, we're under First Amendment attack. Boo-hoo. Oh, my God, it's so terrible. But then the very same program is calling for me to be shut down. Why is this happening? Why is this unfolding? Well, I've got to go do the main show here in about 15 minutes, so I'm going to talk a little bit more live, and then I'm going to play a bunch of clips of Mark Dice and others breaking it down. But Anderson Cooper and CNN were paid $18 million by Facebook to produce these little fake vertical shot videos where it's supposed to look like it's grassroots with even fake car noise and stuff in the background. They admit that. Condescendingly, like it's a laugh track, like you don't know it's a big production house. No one wants to watch CNN. You can't force feed it. They have to pay people to air it at the airports, the bars, the hotels, the train stations, the bus stations. That's on record. Public schools all over the country are paid by CNN to make you watch 15 minutes of boiled down anti-America, anti-gun, race war crap since I was in high school 27 years ago. When I was a senior in high school, they put them in. Anderson Cooper and CNN is paid $18 million. They launched the show on Monday. It had on average 4,000 viewers every 15 minutes and only a total of 26,000 viewers. Anderson Cooper's new show launches on platform nobody watches. Before they shadow banned us on Facebook, our average video had 2 million views. Paul Watson had videos with 37 million views that they just deleted them all. They didn't even claim, that it was a big deal. They didn't even claim that anything was racist or bad. They would just delete hundreds of videos with more than 5 million views apiece. Paul's personal Facebook had videos with 27 million views he shot in his bedroom. All gone. All blown away 3 days after Hillary lost. So we've already been shadow banned, but I'm on hundreds of radio stations and TV stations, and we're growing. We have our own free app, InfoWars.com/app, that you can also tell folks about, hey, here's the verboten info. That's why they're pissed, is that I can go live, even with their shadow ban, and have 100,000 viewers in 15, 20 minutes. And then a week later, it's 1 million. They don't like all that organically growing. 5 billion views on YouTube conservatively, 2 billion on Facebook conservatively, over 1 billion on Twitter. You think they like that? You think they like 8 billion views we know of just on our platforms? Anderson Cooper had 4,000 viewers. Nielsen reports, and you can see it right there on Facebook, It's in 20-minute blocks, but it's 15 minutes of program, 5 minutes of ad. 4,000 people. 4,000. And by the way, everybody got push notifications. Facebook literally hit tens of millions of people and said, watch this, watch this. And you know what happened? People went, ugh. So, no wonder they're all over the news saying cut us off. No wonder CNN's everywhere lobbying. Oh, by the way, ask Daria to print me that. I just sent an email right before I went live to Brian Stelter's buddy, one of the head guys at CNN, asking me for a comment yesterday. They always send it a minute later, publish their report. Yeah, but just bring it in, please. That's what I wanted. Thank you. And this is my statement to them. Document cam shot, please. They were asking a comment. Mr. Darcy said, does InfoWars or Alex Jones have a comment on Facebook removing the videos from its pages? And I said, Mr. Darcy, you're asking me to comment about Facebook removing videos that you and your organization lobbied to be removed. He did it on TV. My comment is this: CNN and its parent company, Time Warner, are put on notice to cease and desist in your tortious interference activity of publicly calling for my free speech to be banned, my company to be bankrupted, and for us to be deplatformed across the internet. Your activity is extremely criminal and un-American. Your campaign against competing news organizations and the First Amendment is outrageously anti-American and will not succeed long-term. America is awake to you and CNN. CNN is beyond fake news. CNN is a criminal combine working to destroy the First Amendment. And has been paid by the Communist Chinese, 4 or 5 Gulf War states. It is a criminal PR organization. And by the way, Congress now knows, and you deplatform Facebook, Twitter, all of them, a bunch of congressmen and women. I mean, it's coming out. You're not going to get away with it. And you think you're going to run some big event this late summer, early fall, which they've said they're going to try to have a civil insurrection, and they don't want us on air to counter it and show you Antifa beating people up and then starting the fights. I mean, just last week, he's up there saying, fine, ban any conservatives you want. It's your platform. Then they ban him, and then he feels victimized. He was briefed on that the week before by our big report that Mike Adams wrote that's up on InfoWars.com. So here's the bottom line. Then I'll get to Anderson Cooper attacks. First, I'm going to get to Tucker Carlson having a lot of courage knowing he'd be targeted, standing up. And when he says, okay, Alex Jones has his right to a view, but what about all these other people like Bill Maher that says he hopes the economy crashes? He loves abortion. He wants to kill people. He hates his fellow humans. I mean, these are quotes. These are real things he said, not misrepresentations they said about me, which if they were even true, I have a right to say until I've been sued and bankrupted by them putting on the evidence. But just like Mueller indicts all these people and they say, oh, that means that they are convicted, I have all these lawsuits filed against me that are fake, even though we throw them out. They don't care. It's like, look, he's being sued, shut him down. So Tucker Carlson is telling the truth. He has 5 million viewers a night. Anderson Cooper has 4,000 a night. With Facebook force feeding it, everyone sees CNN and goes, ooh. Everyone knows it's worse than a school lunch. Everybody knows it's poison. You cannot resurrect it. And so they think by banning me and shutting us down, they've done this. All they're doing is striking down Obi-Wan Kenobi. And you know what happens when you strike down Obi-Wan Kenobi. We've always known this is coming. We've made preparations for it. We've got a lot of big things we're doing, but people are finally getting it. There have been all these violent attacks against Christians and conservatives the last few days. No national coverage of that. They're trying to shadow ban the brave reporters that are going out and showing it. They are really heating up the big mobs to go out and create racial strife in this country and so much more. And Hollywood and Netflix are all pumping it out. Barat's show, despite Sacha Baron Cohen's show, despite massive promotion, only had 300,000 viewers. Ladies and gentlemen, they're done. People know it's garbage. So again, recapping, they've got big unrest coming. They want to shut everybody down ahead of time. They want to hit Congress and Trump flat-footed, not knowing how serious this takeover is. Facebook is plunging because they're killing the model of people being able to communicate that they already had. It's all unfolding, just like they killed the NFL to bring in all their political correctness, just like they hurt Hollywood, 30, 40% loss of money. It doesn't matter because they're pressing an agenda. And they know they're in a war against America, backed up by the communist Chinese that own our debt and own Hollywood, and they're trying to suppress things. So this could be the last YouTube or Facebook you see us on. We already have been banned off all of our channels. They're now trying to tell people they can't upload my show. They can't have my video. Facebook and YouTube are claiming copyright on my videos. I'm free to air. Everyone can use my videos. Everyone can edit them, put them out how you want. I just want to get the word out. But whatever you do, go to InfoWars.com/app. Get the new free Droid and Apple app. It's very hard for them to ban apps. It's got our live audio feeds, live video feeds, push notifications, news alerts when we're going live on our own platform, InfoWars.com/app. But whatever you do, say, this is the official app. This is the verboten app. This is what they don't want you to hear. Tune in. Tell your neighbors, your friends, your coworkers, your employees, your boss. Say, hey, there's a big national debate about this guy. They say ban him, but now they're already saying ban Tucker Carlson. They're already saying ban Stefan Molyneux, ban a bunch of other people. Don't folks get we hang together, we hang separate? This is the big fight. It's coming. I mean, here it is. They want to now ban Fox News. It's incredible. So I'm going to go ahead and just go to these clips back to back, and then I'll be live in about 15 minutes at InfoWars.com/show and on the apps and local stations in your area. But just send people to InfoWars.com/show and say, hey, you see this all over the news, thousands of articles lying about him? CNN got caught lying and saying he said nobody died at Parkland. Facebook said that's not true. Then they said that I did a bunch of other stuff, that I beat up some kid. I didn't do it. It was on ABC News, a guy pushing a kid down all over the news, that they lied about that. Forbes had to retract it. They're trying to take my kids to the courthouse right now using that fake news headline. I mean, this is happening, ladies and gentlemen. This is going on. This is unfolding. And again, they get me, they get you. Now, they'll probably take this video down saying Jones beat up another kid. That is ABC News. We will not show the video. ABC News can. Everybody can. But I can't show you that it's not me. Plus, he didn't beat the kid up. The kid hit him 3 times in the face. He pushed him down. But this is levels of lies. But everybody's calling me. Families calling and saying, we just hear you're banned because of child endangerment. Are your kids okay? I've got cousins calling. And I go, what'd you hear? And they go, well, local TV and local radio. Because they know that has more credibility than mainstream news or corporate news or national news. So they're putting it out everywhere that I'm beating kids up. I mean, again, this is what they do. They're the bullies. They set you up as the bully. So let's go to Tucker Carlson. We appreciate his courage. And then there's another Tucker Carlson clip that's really powerful that Brian Stelter says he should be banned for, basically, because it's so true. Tucker says Americans are an afterthought to Democrats. So we're going to play Tucker defends Alex Jones, then Tucker, America, and the afterthought to Democrats because he's on fire. Then we're going to play Dice breaking down, Mark Dice, the fact of that there's only 4,000 viewers for Cooper, and that's why they want to ban their competition. Unbelievable. And then we have BLM attack reporter at Maxine Waters HQ, and then chase the black reporter and the white reporter to their car, screaming F you and the N-word. That's one thing the left does. It's insane. And then we're going to also play any other clips the crew thinks are critical. But 15 minutes, InfoWars.com/show, InfoWars.com/app. And the power of you going, hey, get the app. Hey, this is what they don't want you to have. It's free. Hey, it's 5-star rated. It's in the top 30 news apps already, just been out 2 weeks. We want to go to number 1. That's how you really send a message. Hey, InfoWars.com/show. Go see the streams. Go watch the audio. Go hear it for yourself. This is what they don't want you to have. In history, people always know to gravitate to what the establishment's telling them they can't have. Well, this is it. And I believe they've jumped the shark, but they're scared. They want to win the midterms. They want to be able to steal them without people noticing. They want to trigger civil unrest. They admit it. Will they be successful? I don't know, but it's already happening. We have to be vigilant right now. We have to stand with people like Tucker Carlson and Sean Hannity, who, despite all the lies about me and all the demonization, and Lord knows I've said things out of context that were wrong before everybody has, we're all pro-America. We believe in free speech. And the failing, dying dinosaur media wants to shut us all down because they know they've already lost. InfoWars.com, NewsWars.com. Share those URLs. I love you. I appreciate you. Save this video because these live feeds, they've been taking them down and deleting them, even though the rules are totally separate and, say this is a per account deal, and fan accounts, are being blocked that try to put us up. And they want to tell you, hey, you don't share Alex Jones or you get punished. Well, are you really a slave down in a pit? What have I said here that's bad? See, they don't want you to hear what I really am saying because they're building the straw man that I beat up a kid in another state, that I said nobody died at Parkland, or I didn't say any of that. I mean, look at this article. It's just incredible. I just showed this to everybody. CNN claims InfoWars called Parkland victims crisis actors, but Facebook looked at the video and said that's not true. They don't want that info out. They just want to lie about me. But even if I would have said that, it was my right to say it. You got to prove it in court, but I didn't. And then this video of man shoving child that is dividing the internet. This was back in June 7th. Yahoo News, ABC News, everybody saw this. They say I'm the guy in another state. I know I keep belaboring it. It's just, yeah, it's Missouri. I kept saying Indiana. I mean, it's just next level. And then I can't show you it's not me because they'll take the video down saying I've endangered a child, but they can all show it. It's a caste system. It's discriminatory. ABC News, CNN, Yahoo, they can show you. I can't show you to prove I didn't do it, or they'll ban me for life. And then they'll ban everybody else. It's here. Yeah, there it is, Yahoo News. I cannot show you this. That is not me. I am not 5'3". I'm 5'11". Nothing against being 5'3". Jesus Christ. They even got the guy's name in other articles. Jesus. I'm sorry. Go ahead and roll the clips. I'll be live in 12 minutes at InfoWars.com/show. Thank you. Got huge news coming up. Here's Tucker. Thank you, Tucker.